All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab is in the house. And today I have an interesting piece here. This is the Real Steel Puukko S3. And as usual, we're gonna have a look at the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic aspect of this knife. So basically how it looks, how it sounds, and how it feels. So let's get started. This is a titanium frame lock front flipper in blade steel is M390. And this is from a Polish designer, Ostap Hell. So interesting piece. Visually, immediately this blade in the close position reminds me of a futuristic supercar. You can clearly see the wheels here. This is where you're gonna sit and drive. And this is the hood. So I mean, come on, doesn't look like a supercar. It's a really cool look. And that was what attracted my attention in first place. Because yeah, I like the design. You can appreciate that the scales, the pocket clip, have been milled out in a nice way. You see, like here, here. I think it's a beautiful look. This center line over here creates a nice reflection because you see it's like domed a little bit, you know, like triangle, so it gives a nice reflection to the scales. I like also this detail here. Not every maker is placing the lock bar cutout on the inside. Sometimes you see it on the outside, but I like it like this, so it doesn't take away anything from the design on the pocket clip side. So yeah, really nice touch. You can see from here that this is a numbered edition. These are 600 made. It's a run of 600 production knives, and yeah, it's I mean, something to keep in mind. Something really cool. It's that both the pivot and the pocket clip screws are non-spinning, so pretty easily disassemble. And yeah, it's a little touch that you know, they threw in this relatively inexpensive knife. Also appreciate the clip milling that, you know, is consistent with the design on this side. So really nice balanced design overall when it's closed. In the open position, you can appreciate this line over here. Just basically all straight lines. Just, you know, this belly here is only the only curve you're gonna see in this blade. But you, as you can see, this line over here stops right here and then just goes back here, and then you have like these corners. All right, and I mean, overall it's a beautiful balance. I really like this line, that, you know, straight line that continues from the blade to the scale, and then in this point here it just tapers down. So I think it's really attractive. The blade also has some milling here, as you can see, which, you know, takes, of course, hints from this cutout, from this milled out area in the handle. So it's I like this touch. Something that I'm not in love with, it's the ground of this blade. As you can see, this is a flat ground. Blade stock, it's quite thick, and this is a relatively low grind. I would have liked something a little bit higher to give a little bit more slicing properties to this blade. But yeah, so that would make this blade a little bit lighter and a little bit more of a slicer. As you can see, they added a sharpening choil, and this reveals like the quite thick stock of the blade, and the, you know, behind the edge not being really like super thin. The jimping they placed here serves as a, when you front flip the knife like this, and also as a jimping when you actually use the knife. So interesting choice here. Something also really nice they did is like to use the pivot screws as an over travel stop for the lock bar. So you see, lock bar cannot be overextended on this side, and that's a little nice feature they throw in. All right, so let's hear a little bit some sounds, because this blade, it doesn't have the best sound of them all, but still it's very interesting. So basically, when you open the knife, you're gonna hear the, as you can see here, okay, the detent ball when exits the ball track and the lock bar touches the blade. That's the sound you get. Okay, no detent ball ramp, so being just a step like this, that's then the sound it makes. And then when it locks in place, very subtle, but this is because we didn't flip the knife. So if you flip the knife, that's the sound. So it's a little bit more aggressive. It's not stealthy. So I would say a little bit sharp. So not intimidating, but not stealthy. Something that I really appreciate is the closing sound when the blade meets the stop pin, which is internal. This is the sound. It's just beautiful. Listen again. It's a dampened sound. It's a thud, very low, discreet. I love this sound. The noise it makes. Hear this. Beautiful, very discreet. I really like this one. Some other noise you can appreciate is when the ball bearings are rubbing against the steel. I don't know if you can appreciate. There's a very gentle rubbing noise, which is it's pretty classy, I would say. There you go. So these are the noises that the Real Steel Puukko S3 makes. Let's have a look at the feel that this blade gives you when you just handle it. So you have no hot spot, just a little bit here on the clip, just a tiny bit, not too much, but it's very comfortable in the hand. You have this area here, you can place your finger. So overall, comfortable position. The jimping is not that aggressive. It kind of disappears because it is flush with the handle. So, not aggressive. It's just a little, it's functional, but nothing crazy going on. It's the only jimping you're gonna see around the knife. There's nothing. It's quite sleek, and it's quite functional. Something that I appreciate about this blade is the weight. This is pretty lightweight. Titanium scales, they are heavily skeletonized on the inside to reduce weight, and this is a pretty nice thing. When you hold the hand, you get like this solid feel in your hand, and it's pretty reassuring. It's solid. There's no blade play. There's no lock stick. It's really well built, and something that I really enjoy about this knife is the action. So basically, this is a front flipper. You can just front flip it with your thumb like this. You can actually use your index to open it like this, and or you can just open it in a discreet way. So you see, it's very easy to open with one hand without having to flip and without having people, scared. Something that I really love about this one, probably it's the smooth action, just closing. Look at this. The blade just falls shut, and as you rotate the handle, boom. It's very, very nice. Like, oops. Look at this, one more time. Blade just falls shut, and look at this. Boom. Very, very nice action. Super fidgety and snappy. And when it closes, oh, that sound, it's lovely. So this is one of the most pleasant closing action that I experienced, also because of the magnet kind of feel when the blade, you know, gets to here. You get kind of like a magnetic feedback kind of thing on the moment of closing. So that's a really nice thing. And this is all from me. And this was my review of the Real Steel Puukko S3. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.